Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. Welcome to the house. I said welcome to the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Michael Myers. Welcome you back to the house where the house always wins. As always, I want to welcome our special guests, the folks from the KC crew, the folks that bring you the KC SportsBook, the number one place for introductory offers for sports books in Kansas City, all across Kansas, actually. And if you're not an avid gambler, you just want to learn about it, it's a great place to do that. Get some access to some tools you might be able to use elsewhere. So make sure you check out the links at the bottom of the page, kccrew.com/sportsbook. Get signed up, check out the watch party schedule, and come out and visit with Joe and the Stash. Speaking of Joe and the Stash, welcome back to the show, guys. Always a pleasure. How are we?
So good. Still happy to be here.
Good. Wait. And we have a special guest that has popped in to say hello. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to the Bear of Bear Bets. Bear Bets, is that a thing, Bear? Is that a thing?
Steak.
Okay. All right.
What's up?
Well, let's check in on a few things real quick. Let's start things off with our favorite sponsor, Coors Light. And last week's who is the king of the chill right now in our sports gambling league? Last week, a monster week for Joe, where he didn't have a losing record. That is a monster week for Joe. Joe was 2-2. You won both games that weren't the NFL game. Is that right, Joe?
Yeah.
You successfully picked the Twins to beat the White Sox.
Yep.
And you successfully, what was the other game?
Was it Chattanooga?
No, that was 2
Illinois.
weeks ago. No,
Illinois.
You guys are the worst. That was 2 weeks ago. Don't worry about it. I know you lost we picked the under, Greg. You and I picked, or me, Joe, you and I picked the under. It was 38.5, and they scored 39 points. So we lost.
I saw that field goal. I was like, God damn it. I'm never going to hear the end of it.
Yeah. But I was 1-3. Stash was 1-3, which unfortunately leads us to this, the actual king of the chill right now. This is a disgusting graphic, by the way, guys. There's just a lot going on right now. The Stash is currently 11-9. Joe coming in at 9-11, and Myers, the reigning champ of the house, dominating at 16-4 last season, sitting at 7-3. I'd be broke if I was actually putting money on these games right now, which I think we should maybe do. I'm gonna put.
You haven't been putting money down?
Oh shit! I'm so confident in my picks this week. I'm going crazy with some cash this week, and I'm not kidding. I will let you guys know what I spent. Okay. Let's take a look at our first game. I know, Stash, this is the only thing that Stash knows about the state of Nebraska, Joe, based on the fact. Bear, I don't know if you know this, but Stash didn't know that the College World Series took place in his hometown. He had no idea. So go ahead, Stash. Tell us a little bit about the game that's happening in Nebraska this week.
All right. It is the only winnable game we have left this season. Indiana coming to town, night game in Nebraska. Nebraska, 4.5-point favorite. The place is going to be rocking. You know, as much as it pains me to say this, I am in the business of making money, not picking my favorite team. So Indiana's going to come in and kick the living crap out of Nebraska. Georgia Southern just put up 632 yards at home at Nebraska. And Lord knows Indiana's
at Nebraska. Okay.
Well, at Nebraska, yeah. Lord knows Indiana's better than Georgia Southern. So I'm going to be watching. I'm not going to enjoy it, but hopefully I'll make some money on the Hoosiers. So,
all right, Joe. We have Greg picking against his team. Greg has the Hoosiers.
That was very wise of Greg, because not only are the Hoosiers going to Lincoln, it's homecoming. It's Husker homecoming this weekend, but yours truly is going to be there, and I will be rocking black and gold, bringing the hate while the Hoosiers drop the hammer on the Huskers. Yeah, give me Indiana.
Bear, do you have a grunting pick on this one?
Yeah, I know how much Hoosiers love cone, and so they're going to get in there and they're going to eat it. They're going to eat it.
So Indiana's going to win?
I mean, they're going to eat corn for sure.
It's actually not corn season right now. There's no corn in there. Get your facts right. Come on.
So you got Indiana +5?
Yeah, +5 corn chunks.
Oh, man. All right. So I haven't seen Nebraska play, but I've heard it's not pretty from Greg.
It's exciting.
I have seen Indiana play. All right. And they're bad. Don't twist it. They're not a good football team.
They beat Illinois.
You want to know why? It was a great setup, Greg. Check this
Another
out.
Big Ten team.
Look at this. This is why they beat Illinois.
Josh Sanguinetti, number 19, fighting for it with him. Let's look.
He goes up and high points it, and again,
I don't know. That looks like touchdown.
That may be a touchdown.
If he controlled that ball on the way out.
Why do you
coming out now? But
why do I forget what, Greg? Did he caught it twice?
I was going to say, why did he forget to hold on to the ball?
That was ruled an incompletion, and Indiana wins by 4. That's why Indiana has a Big Ten win. Oh, trust me. Illinois should have beaten Indiana by 17, but that is the difference in that game. Indiana should be 0-1 in the Big Ten. Indiana's going to come into Nebraska. They're going to lose, but they're going to lose by less than 5, so they're still going to cover the bet. All 4 of us are picking Indiana to cover this bet, and that makes me sad. All right. We'll stay in college football. We'll stay in college football with what will ultimately be, Joe, the top of the Big Ten West before you talk any smack about the Big Ten. Brett Bielema and the Fighting Illini are headed to Camp Randall to square off against his former team, the Wisconsin Badgers, where Illinois has not won a game in 20 years. They're getting 7 points. Tommy DeVito and Chase Brown headline the Illini offense, with Pat Bryant, Isaiah Williams going to catch a lot of passes and put up a lot of yards on Wisconsin. The Badgers have Graham Mertz, Braylon Allen, and some other guys that will probably gain a lot of yards. But the future favors – is it fortune favors the bold? The future? Fortune. Fortune.
Matt Damon in this Bitcoin commercial.
Both of those things favor the bold. Yes, Matt Damon said so. The orange and blue wave will roll into Madison this weekend, and they shall leave victorious. Not even needing the 7 points. They will win for the first time in 20 years in Madison. Mark it, you heard it here first. All right, Bear, you go second this time. What do you think?
Matt Damon. Matt Damon. I'm going. I'm going. Well, it's definitely not Wisconsin for sure. I'm going Illinois with an S.
All right. We got 2 Illinois. All right. What do you got, Greg?
Oh, here we go. Wisconsin.
I'm sorry, Stash. You're not Greg. What am I saying? Greg.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know who Greg is.
Greg has left the building. It's Stash now.
There is no Greg, only Zool.
Yep. Stash has a mind of its own. No, yeah, Wisconsin's going to take this one easy. Coming off bad loss, Ohio State, you need something, when a good team gets their butt kicked and then they come back, the next team they play usually is in for a rough game. At Wisconsin, they'll be jumping around at the end of the third quarter.
End of the third.
Everyone hyped. Yep. Wisconsin's got this easy.
Okay. All right. And Joe, what do you have, buddy?
I thought it was bad last week when was it this week? I don't know. When we were talking about soccer, but this is 2 Big Ten games in a row. Just
it's where the real games are played, Joe.
Awful,
here's
man.
the hatred that we know and love.
Awful. But in any matter, Illinois doesn't stand a chance here. Like I rip on the Big Ten all the time, but I've been to a few games at Camp Randall.
It's amazing.
God.
Amazing.
Yeah, that atmosphere, jump around the 5th quarter, everything insane. Illinois gets throttled in this one. Give me Bucky.
All right, Bucky for you. Wisconsin's going to need a 5th quarter to try and win this game. All right. So, Joe, I think you're up, man. I think you're talking a little NFL, little below Big Ten standards, but we'll talk about it.
This game is just fun. We got the Dolphins at the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Bengals just made the Super Bowl last year. They were going to make it again. They're looking so good. They're 1-2. What the hell happened to the Bengals? The Dolphins, they were just going to be the Dolphins again. They're undefeated. Well, like, what? What are this, NFL? But the Dolphins' miracle season, they're not going undefeated. But everything tells me take the Bengals in this one. Like, there's no way. They're favored by 3.5, but I think it rolls for the Dolphins tonight. They're going to cover.
Greg, why do I feel like he just made his mind up just there, Stash? Right? It seems like
I did.
He literally just made.
I've been looking at it and just going back and forth, like, please, God, give me a
Quick
sign.
decision.
Quick, Joe. The game you're covering. Who do you think?
I immediately regret that decision.
Yeah. I thought of something to Ace Ventura earlier and was just like, yeah, Dolphins, yeah.
I'm a bear.
Do you know the Dolphins? Does he tell you at home? Does he say, yeah?
I think that's a seal. But that's okay.
I've eaten dolphin. It's delicious.
All right, Stash, what do you think, man?
Shoot.
They're all making their calls
I'm
literally
still
on
making
the
my
spot.
mind
This
up.
is fantastic.
No, I think the only reason the Bengals are favored is because Tua and Waddle they were questionable, but they're both set to play tonight. Tyreek and Tua just gonna go off in Cincy.
So
I'm taking the Fins.
All right, and you're getting it at the right time. If they do finally announce that Tua is playing, I think the line will shift. Right now, you're getting 3.5 points. So enjoy your 3.5. I think it's 3.5. Enjoy your 3.5 points.
I'll take it.
Air Dolphins plus 3.5. What do you think?
Well, I've been to many all-you-can-eat Dolphin and Bengal buffets, and Dolphins are way more tastier. And I'm going Dolphins for sure.
We got Dolphins times 3. All right. So the Dolphins are exhausted from a massive home win versus the best team in football, the Buffalo Bills. They're 3-0. They got players calling out opposing players this week because they feel like they're that team now. They're on short rest because they had to leave Florida because of the hurricane. So they're practicing in Cincinnati, so they're not at home. Their quarterback might be concussed, but more likely has a back injury, but he's probably going to play tonight. And they're playing last year's best team in the AFC, who I don't even need to mention, like Joe said, are 1-2 and literally will refuse to finish or to leave this weekend 1-3. There is no question in my mind that this will be the game where I make up some ground as the Cincinnati Bengals roll the Miami Dolphins.
Can you roll a dolphin?
Yes, they'll die, but
Hard
you
work
can
and
roll
dedication.
one. You can definitely roll one. All right. And the last piece, guys, the over-under on this game right now is 48.5. So if you didn't make your team picks yet, I'm pretty sure you probably haven't done your over-under thoughts. So this should be good. Joe, what do you got?
Everything leads up to this game being an awesome game. Lots of fireworks. So that never happens on Thursday and Monday night games. Give me the under. It's going to be a snoozer.
Joe says under 48.5. Greg, the Stash, what do you got?
Over. Easy.
Over.
You know, I don't know if you know how fast Tyreek Hill actually is. He's so fast. He makes not so fast people or very fast people look not so fast.
That was
I butchered
really
the crap.
No, that was perfect.
Oh,
Fantabulous.
It hurt my
If I-
ears.
on my
It
ear.
really hurt.
That
It hurt.
was
Yeah.
fantabulous.
It hurt my
oh
ears.
dear God! It was from The Longest Yard. If you ever seen it, great movie.
Have another beer.
Which one? The first one or the second longest yard? The original one?
The remake with Adam Sandler.
Adam
Okay.
Sandler.
The one
Nelly.
true longest yard.
The one true longest
The
yard.
only
And then there's
yard that's
the guy with
longer.
like the little cripple walk. Not cripple walk. I can't say that.
This is where Greg gets canceled.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right? Yeah.
The Stash will not
Signing
be back
off.
next week. It'll be the Fu Manchu will be back next week.
He's gonna have to wear a different disguise to get back on the show.
Oh man.
Get glasses too. They'll never know.
Oh gee whiz. All right, Bear, do you got
Anyway,
over under 48.5, moving right along.
Yeah, I mean, if a bear shits in the woods, it smells like the under. So
Yes.
I'm going under.
Undercarriage. I like it. We got the under, and I am with Stash. The over I believe was set with Tua not playing, and I think Tua is gonna play, and I think he's gonna do well enough to put up 24-ish points. I think Cincinnati's going to score 35 because this is not a joke. The Dolphins defense was on the field for 90 plays on Sunday. 90. And these are not small people. Pretty much. Usually that is about all of them. 90 plays on defense on the field. They're not going to do well. Cincinnati's going to – Joe Mixon's going to have his best game of the year. He's going to run all over these guys. Okay, so I'm saying over. I'm with Stash. So Stash and Myers are over. Bear and Joe are under. We got 3 Dolphins and a Cincy. We got 2 Illinois and 2 Buckies. And the first one we have 4 Hoosiers. Everybody's picking the Hoosiers. All right, that's not bad, guys. We'll move to a quick thank you to a couple of folks that we didn't really thank at the beginning. Obviously, we did the King of the Chill, but thanks to Coors Light, wonderful sponsor, Kings of the Chill, Beyond Energy, the motivational drink that Greg chases his Coors Light with every week, T-Mobile, the Magenta Mafia keeping us connected, and lastly, make a better door than a window, the renewal by Anderson. Anderson with a what, Joe? Anderson with an E, folks. 3 million
with an N.
And with an N. 3 million.
Give me an N, Bob.
3 million installed in the last, I don't know how many years they've been around. But Bear, do you know where renewal from Anderson is from? Do you know where they launched?
Heaven.
They launched in Heaven, also known as Minnesota, also known where Joe Lowe's Don't Lose is from. All right, guys. Thank you to the Bear. Welcome to the show. Joe, Stash, appreciate you all. Thank you to PointsBet, Caesar Sportsbook, BetMGM, DraftKings. These are the groups that KC Sportsbook believes in and trusts. You can look anywhere on the KC Sportsbook site and see that you can sign up and get great introductory deals. You can learn about the fine print of the offers. It's legal in Kansas now. Don't forget, have a little bit of fun with us, and we will see you again very, very soon.